So welcome back, everybody, to the Game House. I am Bill Wagner, and if for those of you who have been paying attention for the past about 5 weeks, the big game that is out right now is Apex Legends. Apex Legends, and it's turned into everything that from all the people that I've talked to, everything that PUBG wanted to be, everything that Fortnite Fortnite isn't. It's fast. It's easy to pick up. There's no fall damage. So what that means is that there's a growing need. There's a growing desire from all these people playing this game, and unless you've had so it's the sort of thing that unless you haven't been paying attention, I mean, the numbers are off the charts. So what I have with me right now, I have two guys, and you can see on the screen right there, starting March 23rd and the next 3 Saturdays after that, we have a tournament for all you people that think that you're good at Apex Legends. There's a $10 entry fee, and the winner takes all. So it's actually going to be, let's just put it this way, there isn't any prize for second place. So if you've ever wanted to prove that you are the best and you can win all the money, here's your opportunity. So I have two guys from a wicked Gaming, and they're going to introduce themselves here shortly. But I just want to make sure that people understand what these guys are about. This whole thing is a community. It's really easy to get these guys and a different group confused. These guys are a community. There is a professional esports org that is based in another country that has the same name, but this is a gaming community where people can come together to play games like this. So I'm going to have these guys introduce themselves and give a little bit of background talking about the community. So guys, go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Sergeant Corrupt. A little bit about me. I'm a combat veteran, with a mild case of PTSD. So I find games and bringing people together helps me, and I want to help others. We do have Wicked, the gaming community, which is, it brings a whole bunch of people together, become somewhat of a little family, and enjoy the games. I'm gonna pass it over to Waxing.
Very nice.
Yep, I'm John Sturzinger, aka Just Waxing. I'm also a veteran. I've been playing games forever, and yeah, just excited to get this thing underway.
Very nice. So in the intros right there, and from the conversations that we've had before we started doing this, I've seen the theme in general for you guys, and also that you're sort of loosely associated with Grunto esports, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we're actually somewhat partners with them as well.
Right. So it seems like to me that there's a growing, I guess you could call it a movement, a need when veterans leave the armed services. There's a need for them to stay connected, stay involved with other veterans, and I'm seeing that when it comes to video games, we've had a couple of generations that have played it, and it's really turned into an opportunity for people to connect.
Absolutely. I think it means a lot, man, when you've served your country and everything. The things that everyone's went through despite their MOS, or if they sat behind a desk or whatnot. Every little thing is a gear. Every little section of the military is a gear. Without a certain gear, it does not work. And I think that bringing the veteran community alone together is amazing. And maybe we can actually instill some of our, I don't want to say morals or whatnot, but
Right.
you know,
Core
some of the stuff
value.
that we went through, core values. Thank you.
There you
To
go.
you know, maybe some of the younger generation, you know, who may not have had that or may have had that, and maybe they can teach us something. You never know.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the great things about gaming is that we can all come together under the same flag, the same banner of, you know, we love gaming and the competition and the connection that it brings, and if that can serve as a foundation for people to stay involved and to not have the issues that a lot of veterans have. I mean, when you leave the military, whether you served in combat or whether you served in another situation, it's very structured. You know what you're going to do from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, and you have your day planned out for you. And then you get out into the real world and you don't have any structure. You can do anything you want. And it's
Absolutely.
right, and it's extremely hard for a lot of veterans that they don't have anybody to give them an order. They can do what they want, and the randomness of the world sometimes sort of I don't know if the right word is scares them, but it when you're in the military and then when you're out, it's just two completely different worlds, right?
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better than that, man. Everything's laid out for you in the military pretty much. When you get out, there is no transition. I want to make that clear.
Right.
There's no transition from serving your country to back to civilian life. And I think that's what messes up a lot of veterans, or a lot of soldiers that end up getting out, and they have no structure. You know, even though that's what, you know, was instilled in them when they get out, there's no one there to give orders. There's no one there to tell them, you know, what's going to happen that day. And I think a lot of them, you know, they fall from that. And we would like to have this gaming community here as well. We can help, you know,
Right.
even if it's something as small as, hey, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna play a game. Well, I'm gonna play with these guys,
Right.
you know. And if that alone helps, man, we're doing something in the right.
Perfect. Okay, so we got the have the tournament starting March the 23rd. Starts at 6 p.m. on the East Coast. So 6 p.m. East Coast time, 3 p.m. for the people on the West Coast. And if you need to figure out, you know, the math there, I'm sure you can do it. So sort of talk about the details boxing. So this tournament, the way it's structured, you know, as far as the entry fees and the sign up process and everything. So sort of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the tournament, I really wanted to make it kind of like a fun experience that everybody on every platform can be involved in. Because you don't see too many tournaments where PC players are playing against, or competing against, not playing technically, but competing against all the other Xbox and PlayStations for the same prizes. I thought that was a nice little turning point for just how I want to perceive the tournament. And then the next step was figuring out the point scheme. And Apex does a really good job of providing information for us at the end game screen. So I wanted to utilize the damage, because everybody's always looking at how much damage they do every game. You know, I got 5 kills, but I got like 2,000 damage. I was laying waste, right?
Right.
So I wanted to incorporate that for the lone guys who don't get all the kills but get a lot of damage out there. I want them to get points too. So we gave them, we do kills are 1 point. Every 500 damage you do is 2 points, and every win is 15 points.
Wow.
So after watching the first Rivals game or tournament, I noticed that a lot of teams were ducking out for the win and just rather going for kills to get points that way. They're like, I'm okay with getting second place's points because it's only 5-point difference for the most part. So I wanted to eliminate that, which is why I did the winner takes all thing. And no second or third place. I want people to decide whether they're going straight for kills or they're gonna push out the end of the game for the extra win points, and that actually creates a nice little game in its own inside of the game, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what you're saying is your goal with the rule structure is to force all the squads to play the entire game. You get a point for a kill, you get points for the damage, and you get points for the win. So theoretically, you could have low kills, but you do a lot of damage and you don't necessarily win every game, but because you get more points for the damage, it sort of forces you to it sort of forces you to be forces you to be aggressive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It forces you to be aggressive, trying to push for kills, damage, and that's one thing that came to mind when I incorporated the damage point scheme in there. Was people might just be taking shots that they don't normally take because they're like, okay, well, we're getting points for damage, so these guys are pretty far, but I'm gonna try and get a couple shots in there. And then also with the winnings, if people are trying to elongate the end there, you're like, we got 15 plus kills here. We can probably scave away without this win here just to get into the next game a little bit quicker because you only got 2 hours to play as many games as you got. And the quickest games I've seen are about 12 minutes, and the longest games are about 20 to 25. So it's a really big toss-up on what your plan is per game in the 2 hours.
Very nice. Okay, so March 23rd, starting at 3 p.m. on the West Coast. Now, if people want to sign up for this, if people want to sign up for this, where do they go?
Yeah, the sign up is pretty easy. It's up on asylumlegends.org. You just click on which tournament that you want to sign up for, and everything's right there for you. Pretty self-explanatory, step-by-step process I created for everybody, and pretty easy to use.
Sweet.
And now, let's make sure that we add in there that it's not $10 a person. Okay,
Yep.
It's $10 per team, so that comes out to about $3.33 per person.
Got it. Okay, so it's $10 per team.
Yep, and unlimited teams can sign up per tournament.
Wow. Okay, that's
so the more teams that sign up, the more money that everybody could win.
Very nice. Okay, so you have 4 tournaments. March 23rd is the first one, and it runs for the next 3 Saturdays: March the 30th, April the 6th, and April the 13th. Now, is there some sort of long-term thought process here? I mean, so
absolutely.
Sure, go ahead.
Let me. So my thought process for the tournaments is that since we're doing a winner-takes-all thing, not everybody's can be a winner, right? So what I wanted to do was try to create like a season out of it. We're still in construction on how long the seasons are gonna go, but I want to create a leaderboard. Top 50 teams get a prize at the end of each season.
Okay.
And so from every tournament that you play in, your points carry over onto the leaderboard. So whatever team has the most points, the top 50 teams, out of all the tournaments that they played throughout the season, then they also get prizes.
Very nice. Okay, so basically for a $40 investment per squad, and so like per person, you're basically paying $13 or $14 for 4 events, and then however you do in the 4 events goes on a leaderboard, and the top 50 on the leaderboard get prizes, and those prizes could be what?
They are not we're to be announced, I guess, right now.
Okay.
We don't have any set prizes just because we are a startup. We are just kind of a small community right now as far as Discords go. So
right.
The amount of stuff that we can provide at the beginning of the season is unknown.
Okay.
But as this tournament grows, so do the prizes. I'm a very generous person. I want people to have a reason to come back here. I don't want to have people looking at this tournament going, they're not really providing us with anything. There's no real reason to be doing this. I want people to look at this and go, I want to be in that top 50. I want to do, I want to win this. So I want people to be interested and want to play in this stuff as much as they want to play Apex alone.
Got it. Okay, so when a team signs up and they pay their $10 fee, now is that through a PayPal only, or do you do other?
Yeah, that's PayPal and or credit debit cards.
Got it. Okay, so now you're talking about your overall community being small, yet having about 1,500 or 600 people in your Discord isn't a small community. I mean, there are
in the grand scheme, yeah.
Right. So I mean, there are Discords that are larger, but when you have 1,500 to 1,600 people in your Discord, that's a lot of people. Now, not everybody plays the same game.
Correct.
Right, but it doesn't change the fact that if you can get that many people together in one spot on a consistent basis where you can disseminate information to them, and they all have the common bond of they all love gaming. Some of them served in the Air Force, some of them were in the Army, and we're all hanging out together. I mean, that just shows me that you guys are on the right track, at least, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
Sweet. Okay. So, just a quick wrap up on this. March 23rd, we have an Apex Legends event. You can go to asylumlegends.org. We'll make sure to put that we'll make sure to have that. Make sure to have the link in the description for you. We'll also put we'll also put these guys' Twitter handle in the description. You can go to their Twitter profile where you will find a link where you will find a link to their Discord. And if you have any questions, you can always go there and ask them anything. Go there and ask them anything that you need. Guys, as we wrap this up, is there anything else that you want to promote real quick? Any thoughts you have going forward on this?
For me personally, no. I think that this is great. I just want to promote that. They can always come to Wicked Gaming, our actual community. You can find that on the website as well in the About Us. That's really it, man. I just appreciate the opportunity to talk with you, bro.
Sure, man. No problem.
Yep, I just wanted to say thank you as well for the opportunity to talk with you. Hopefully we covered all the bases. I'm just really excited to see what kind of people want to win some big cash, I guess.
That's right. This game is barely 4 weeks old, and it's one of the most played games on Twitch, and people love it. And there isn't even an official pro scene yet, and you have orgs that are already signing squads for a pro scene that doesn't even exist yet. That's how awesome. Right. I see that and I shake my head. I'm like, wow, this game. They haven't even done a full update yet to the game. They want to add more maps and they have all these things they want to do. The game's barely a month old and we already have things like this going. So I'm really excited for what you guys are doing, and I think that with the focus that you guys have on veterans, giving them a place to belong, giving them the common bond of gaming to go with their service. I think it's fantastic. I'm really excited for you guys. So thanks very much, you guys, for stopping by. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Check out the Game Haus YouTube channel. If you like this video, you can subscribe and like, and we'll talk to you soon.